know what day it is. 30 maybe? Probably 30 to go. Find out later. But took yesterday off. My phone died because, I guess, of that running in the rain that I did with the stroller. I had it plugged into a battery bank because the phone was getting old. And I forgot. I wasn't even thinking about it. So it was plugged in while it was getting heavily rained on. So it died. So I had to deal with that yesterday. And now I have a new one, but it meant that I didn't have time to go for a run yesterday, which was a drag. And then probably because of that, and because of the phone, and because my unemployment insurance has run out, because I can't find a job that pays me what I was getting paid before, even close to it. My depression is getting the better of me. Got the better of me yesterday, so I didn't go. But here I am, back at it. Today's Thursday. It is hot and sweaty today. The heat index is going to go up to 97 later, they say. It's going to be 93 or 94 or something. Until then, oh my God, this phone. I don't know how this works. I didn't buy a case, because the cases that they try to sell you at the AT&T store are $50 each. Get out of here, dude. So I went home and looked at Amazon and found one for $8, but they just did that. So it's not here yet. So I'm running without a case. This phone is a 16 Pro. It's friggin' annoying with this camera button. It's so annoying. I wonder if there's a way I can turn that off. Definitely don't need that camera button. It's not something I was asking for. It's getting majorly in the way. Yeah. I was thinking about life and how difficult it is. Thinking about, if I was magically offered a job, same job I was doing before, at the right pay rate, with the right team, would I do that? I don't know. Working for other people, especially in a small company, is really not great, because the people in small companies who own them are obviously very invested in their lives and their companies and take everything super personally and want everything to be exactly the way that they want it. And it's just not my personality to go do exactly what I'm told. I'm going to do it my way. So I got to find a job that's more independent. The jobs that I've liked like that over the years, honestly, are Starbucks barista. Loved being a Starbucks barista. It was a lot of fun, low pressure. Customers can be a drag sometimes, but they're very brief interactions. It's not like a lifetime of talking to one customer again and again. I also really loved being a kayaking tour guide, which I did in college. So anyway, here I am trying to make a decision. I'm really not psyched about it. The other thing is we got the Vermont 100 coming up, and today's Thursday. Saturday, it'll be 4 weeks this coming Saturday, and keep hearing sweet. Wow, I really don't like what you've done with this phone, Apple. It makes it really, really difficult to use. Gotta push buttons just by holding it. There's nowhere to hold it without pushing buttons anymore, which is freaking annoying. Anyway, Vermont 100 coming up. I was just watching a video by Dave Dillon of Chase the Summit, who happens to live in the Boston area. In fact, I met him briefly at the run show earlier this year and told him about that I was doing the Vermont 100. And he told me that he's doing it this year too, so that's cool. But I watched his video from the first effort he did. He made, I think he's tried it 3 times. But the first time he did not finish. And it sounds like, while he didn't play his cards right, according to him, The big deal was that it was 98 degrees, hot and humid. So here I am today, running at it's like 11 o'clock or something now. What time is it? Yeah, close to 11. And I'm closing in on 5 miles into this, going up and over this hill. And gonna just, global warming and all, it's gonna be hot. Probably. Either that or it's gonna be freezing. Or it's gonna be a hurricane. Something like that's gonna happen. There's no way it's gonna be just like 65 and beautiful. So, trying to figure out how to train for that. 4 weeks out, not a lot of time. But, I do feel better already. Even though today's hot and difficult. Yesterday was a tough day. Had a bad day. And, I'm trying to run again today. It's Juneteenth. So, lots of stuff's closed. Can't go get this license that I need to get for a job that I want to do. And I needed a phone to do that job too. So, I had to go figure out that phone problem out yesterday. Anyway, here we are. Gonna be hot again next week. Triple digits, they're saying. So, maybe I'll get stronger. Second run for the day. Back up here in Blue Hills Reservation, the Great Blue Hill driveway, which is 400 feet up. I said 440, like looking at it on some map, but my watch and my what's called Runkeeper app on my phone both think it's 400 after I've done it. So in any event, 400 for a mile up and 400 back down. So I call that 200 feet of elevation gain per mile on average. And that guy's going way too fast. And although he has gone up twice now, I've seen. So that's pretty impressive. But yeah, so I did 10 in the flaming heat earlier. And then I started this. My car still said it was 94 when I got out. My phone, oh darn, I forgot to take a screenshot of that. My phone said, my weather app that I use, said it was 100 heat index right now, right when I started. It's not that anymore. Humidity's still high. The storm's gonna come through tonight. They're gonna knock the humidity off all the way down. Right now we're above 70 degrees. Which is bloody hot, bloody sticky, but 70 degrees humidity. Dew point, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, anyway, so here I am gonna do this. This is my last hill up here for the day on this one. So this is, what is it, 7 o'clock. So that'll make it 20 for today. After having taken a day off yesterday. That means that I'll have 55. No, it means I'll have 45 for the week so far. Today being Thursday. So, not great. I got a race that I'm doing on Saturday. First time I mentioned that here because I forgot about it. It's not really in line with helping me train for this Vermont race, so I haven't been thinking about it, but it's actually in here. Might as well be on that back there. But it is literally in this reservation, and it's like 2,900 feet of elevation gain for a 12K. So like, what is that, 7.5 miles or something? So it's just a totally different kind of a race. It's steep, rocky. It's totally different type of terrain, and it's a race because it's short, but it does kick your butt. Last year it handed my ass to me. So anyway, I'm walking up this one because it's been hot today, and so I've been training for the heat for the race, where I know I will definitely be walking up if it's hot. So feeling good, and happy I'm doing this. And here comes a running guy coming up behind me. If you can see back there in green, But he's done most of the hills that I have, and he's going faster than me. So, good for him. Wicked sweaty. Thing's been in my armband the whole day, and it's very wet. And I am very wet, and I have nothing to wipe the screen off or the lens off with. So, hope you can see me. We're up here at the top of Great Blue Hill. I decided to go 2 extra, maybe 2.5 in a second. So I did 10 on Monday, I did 15 on Tuesday, I took a Wednesday off yesterday, now I've done 25, 24 to the bottom here, so 15 and 10 is 25 for Monday, Tuesday, day off Wednesday, today is 24, I better make this 25, even though it's a whole mile up and a whole mile down, so that means I'm going to go halfway up to make it 5, because I'm not going to do another 2, because I wasn't even planning on doing any more after 10 of these, after 10 miles of this, 5 of these, but I felt like, what the heck, let's do it, because I was thinking I was going to maybe potentially go home and run another 10 tonight, and then I got wise to that and realized that that's probably not going to happen, considering what time it is. You know, it was 7 o'clock or something, I think, when I was ending the 10 miles to get me to 20, and it is now 8:09. Whatever, it was going to be 7. I was going to get home and I was going to fill my stomach full of food, and then I was not going to want to go out again. Let's just face it. So here I am. I'm going to catch up to you in a minute. All right. Back to the car. .15 miles, 3 hours 14 for those 15 minutes, 12:51 pace. So I guess that's good. I think that's about what I need to be. I'm tired, sore. I got to do another 20 tomorrow. This is what you do if you're going to run 100 miles. Listen to CC Pile's Amazing Race. Something like that. It's really good. Running race across the country in like 1928, I think it is. It's pretty wild. Anyway, that's all for today. I made it. I'm back on it. See you later. Well, I've blown by the 15-mile turn off. Guess I'm doing 20.